Why buy your first Red Wings in Japan? Their style changed the history of this iconic brand. Dozens of makes and models all across Tokyo. In Australia, we have such limited access. Despite my wardrobe filled with heritage workwear, I still don't own a pair. Perhaps a little too out of place in my two different jobs, and I didn't know my size, how the leathers age, or how painful the break-in would be. 4 districts to find one of 3 iconic models, but I had only one night left in Tokyo. Hello, I'm Jack. This is Workwear Blues, where we obsess over what to hold on to. Every piece needs years to patina. That aesthetic can be out of place at work. In between my day job and my online photo business, heavy Red Wing boots may slow me down. What's not slow though, how quick Japan was to embrace Red Wings. All through the 70s, crispy white sole paired with denim, Americana became their lifestyle. How popular Red Wing was in Japan in the 90s, 2000s, commanded Japan-only exclusives which catalyzed Red Wing heritage. That's why there's so many places to buy Red Wings, both new and vintage in Japan. 4 districts if you're trying to find your first pair like me. My choice was between 3 modern releases, ones I assumed would be easier to find in Tokyo. The first place you should go in Tokyo? Ueno, in and around the Amayoko area. Brand new Red Wing models, vintage models if you're game down those side alleyways, or within walking distance of Ueno Station. While you're there, visit Hanoya, General Garden, Hakuraido for all your denim and leather needs. And what on earth is a foot monkey? But for me, it was too late. It was my last day in Tokyo and I was lost in Shinjuku. So much to do, see and eat, but luckily it's home to the first place you should visit for Red Wings, ABC Mart. Not 1, but 5 ABC Marts, all within walking distance of the station, both a gift and a curse. There were plenty of sneakers, plenty of danners, but because Red Wings are so accessible, my size was all sold out. I'm sure there were some vintage stores I could have found in that massive Shinjuku area, but there wasn't enough time. At least I knew my size. Red Wings Japan do have online sizing charts for every model. I looked at the sizing recommendations for the Iron Ranger first, one of the 3 iconic models I'm considering. Red Wing Japan put the measurements up and it seems to be between half to a full size down from your Nike Air Force 1 size. I wear a US size 9 in Nikes or a Japanese 27 centimeters, so based on this I'm either an 8D or an 8.5D US. The guy did say to wear thick boot socks. I only have thin Uniqlo socks. I hope this isn't an issue. I have to wear them every day to and from work to get that patina, which is why the Iron Ranger is appealing. It easily pairs with any of the 10 work-appropriate heritage fits I plan to wear a lot this year. Workwear and Americana has stood the test of time. It won't date as easily. After Shinjuku, I made a dash for Shibuya as the light was fading. 3 ABC Marts all within walking distance from Shibuya Scramble Crossing, and there are 2 official Red Wing stores close by as well. I saw a lot of models with that iconic white traction thread outsole, but the mock toe is the main event. The 875 is the icon with the Oro Legacy leather that patinas so beautifully. It's the second Red Wing model that I'm personally interested in. It's so distinctive, that leather, it's almost bright orange when it's brand new. I prefer the look of that copper rough and tough leather right out of the box more, but you can only get that on the 1907 model. Despite the decent stock at this last Shibuya ABC Mart, it didn't have the last of the 3 models I'm personally interested in. Luckily, Shibuya isn't just home to 2 Red Wing shops close by, it's also home to the second place you should go for Red Wings in Japan, Stumptown. Home to whites, danners, and of course Red Wings, Stumptown is where they recraft and resole your boots from all across Japan. This is where I saw the shop Mock Oxford, that's Caesar's new release, which did come in the copper rough and tough leather. Rather than choose between Oro Legacy and copper rough and tough, of course it was sold out. My time was running out. Luckily Shibuya has a Red Wing store 10 minutes away. I thought Red Wing would have a huge storefront with lots of space to sit down and try on all 3 models I'm interested in, including the last one. It's the Beckman Flatbox. Compared to the Iron Ranger and all those mock toe boots too, the Beckman Flatbox has an incredibly flat and streamlined unstructured toe box. It was a bit disappointing. There wasn't that much stock, but what I did get to see is how all the leathers aged. That iconic Oro Legacy is my default choice. One more shop. The flagship. 1 stop away from Shibuya via the Ginza subway line. Stepping into that flagship store, there was jazz music, a beautiful ambience, lots of historical models on display. First, I needed to confirm my size on a Brannock device, US 8 D. That's my brand X size. I thought I knew exactly which of the 3 iconic models I was going for, but in the end, I left with none of them. Just over an hour left before everything closed for the night, I had one last Hail Mary. Back to Ueno, into the 3rd place you should visit for Red Wings, maybe the 1st, in Tokyo, Foot Monkey. They have custom collabs with standers, trickers, and local Japanese makers, but I was here for Red Wings. Not only new models, but also factory seconds at a steep discount, then I saw it. With just 1 pair left in my size. This season's collaboration between Red Wing and Engineered Garments focuses entirely on the shop Mock Oxford. It has 3 different types of brown leather, Ora Legacy, Copper Rough and Tough, and Copper Rough and Tough stamped. I get to see how all 3 patina over time, but there was one thing to take care of before I walked out the store, a mystery Red Wing capsule toy. I'm now 1 month in, I've been wearing them every day to work. How have these 3 leathers aged, and how painful is the break-in? My job is on the go, walking between lecture theatres and laboratories at universities. There's one shoe knot that helped prevent any heel slippage for me. It's the double slip knot, one that won't come undone by itself. Left over right starting knot, 2 bunny ears, then cross the 2 loops. 1 loop under this hole, the other loop through the same hole. This double slip knot holds my heel in place, and with 1 single pull, it can still come undone at the end of the day. My other job is running an online photography business, half of the time out shooting on the street, the other half indoors editing. The average number of jobs in our lifetime these days is 16 in completely different fields. Unless your boss gives you a set uniform, how do you find workwear that can work across all of these different professional settings? And this is why I wanted to buy my first Red Wings in Japan. The price wasn't much cheaper. Japan-only exclusives were all sold out while I was there, but my favorite workwear brands are all there to try on alongside the Red Wings. The Red Wings really are more versatile than I thought. The Red Wings pair well, it looks casual, yet intentional, with so many different outfits built just from 3x3 plus 1, 3 shirts, 3 pants, 3 jackets, plus 1 burners item to come up with 10 different fits. Workwear appropriate for work and weekends, so I can wear it every day and patina away. Fit 1 is based on this Western denim shirt. It's around 10 ounces, medium weight from a Japanese brand, Samurai Denim. Beautiful detailing, looks great tucked or untucked into some olive fatigue or baker pants. These are double cuffed, also from Samurai. This color combination, indigo, olive, brown for the Red Wings, and earthy neutral tone. I could go double denim in fit 2. These are my 6-month-old Samurai 25-ounce selvage denim. The fades are finally coming in nicely. The arcuate on the left has pretty much worn away, and the double indigo look is a bit aggressive, but it's offset by the pop of brown on the Red Wings. And a belt if you choose to tuck the shirt in. Mine's from Sugarcane. If I want to add some more color back, I can wear an olive military shirt or jacket in fit 3. Mine's from Buzz Rickson, a combat tropical jacket that's super lightweight, olive, indigo, browns. But that double indigo look isn't for everyone, which is why fit 4 has a duck canvas pant as the base. Light brown workers pants from Freewheelers. I compare it with the Studio the Artisan indigo chore coat in a sashiko and denim patchwork fabric. For fit 5, I could swap out the chore coat for a black Oni denim type 2 jacket. This is their black secret denim in a modified type 2, hand warmer pockets, inner pockets, fit 6 blue striped Oxford shirt from Kamakura Shirts. Beautiful collar roll, slim fit but not too slim. Blue and white still looks good with duck canvas and brown Red Wings. I can swap it out for an olive Samurai Baker pants in fit 7. It accentuates the shades of brown on the mock Oxford nicely. I can add back my indigo chore coat for fit 8. And if you want to dress it down for fit 9 or for any of these other fits, simple white or grey t-shirt. Mine's from Wonderlooper, their ultra heavy thick version. The Red Wings pair well, it looks casual yet intentional with so many different outfits built just from 3 shirts, 3 pants, 3 jackets. The Red Wings really are more versatile than I thought. You don't need all of the exact versions that I have to recreate these looks and fits. For fit 10, the final fit, I'll need one more thing. Wait, I almost forgot. That Red Wing capsule gachapon. A month in, have all these 3 different leathers aged. The Ora Legacy, it's scuffed, but otherwise looks new. The Copper Rough and Tough has patinaed more, but it's creasing, as you can see differently on the right and left shoes. A good brushing every week is really all it needs. If they do get a lot of mud and muck, I do have saddle soap, but what I try to avoid is mink oil. It darkens the leather a little too much and changes the nature of the patina. What I do like is a very neutral sapphire renovator. A very thin layer, even application. Wait 5 to 10 minutes to dry, then brush it out for a very dull sheen. I don't expect to do this more than once every 2 to 3 months for a more natural patina. What's not natural are my erect feet. Because even though I got the sizing right, I made 2 mistakes for the break-in. 1, I didn't have the right socks, just a thin pair of Uniqlo socks, not a thick boot sock as recommended. 2, you're only supposed to wear Red Wings, or any boot, a couple of hours at a time for the first couple of weeks in the break-in as they slowly mold to your feet, but me, I wore them non-stop the day after getting them, walking all around Tokyo, running to the airport, getting through customs. As my feet swelled up, it hurt so bad. It almost put me off them. It took a week for all those cuts and blisters to heal. Then I found 3 accessories to help with the pain. First, thick socks. These ones are from Nishiguchi Kutsushita cotton ribbed socks. I got them from Denimio in size medium. I also bought a pair of work boot socks from Ironheart, more expensive, clearly a step above. Cushioned sole, heel toe, that double rib construction does mean there's less loose fabric around the ankles, so there's less friction as I wear them in. But the one accessory that by far made the biggest difference for my break-in, massive extra large band-aids. Covered my entire back heel, where it rubs the most for me when the shoe is being broken in, and that's the only way I got through the first couple of weeks. The shoes are no longer a rigid, stiff piece of flat leather, it's much closer to a 3D mold of my feet. There's much less heel slippage. As long as I tighten the laces properly, the comfort has improved dramatically. Comfort isn't quite at the level of a sneaker. I'm hoping by the end of month 2, we'll get there. A fresh modern take on an iconic silhouette. This is why authentic workwear is so appealing. The last fit that does go especially nicely with these Red Wings is my worn-in indigo leather Type 2 jacket. Patina, it's crazy. It's a special double helix works gold digger white core dipped in indigo. You can see the amount of wear around the elbows and arms. Finding this jacket was hard enough. I then wore it for a year while building my photography channel alongside my day job. Like a faded pair of denim, an old pair of boots, the more we age, the more we've seen. It nearly killed me, but I wouldn't change it for anything. I'm Jack, this is Workwear Blues.